Roger, I've told you before, I've got enough of this, right? No, you cannot fire the weapons whilst you are on the runway. It makes an absolute mess. And besides, what do you think it's doing to the environment? And what about the clean air? For goodness sake. Look, well, welcome folks to the Flying Doctor channel, as me and Roger just have a brief head-to-head here about what actually is possible in the H145, even if you don't have the Action Pack add-on. That's right, you can do missions, you can fire stuff, and yeah, you can do the simplest of missions, which involves taking passengers from A to B. No, Roger, no, there is no hoist. Sorry, mate, no hoist. No grappling hook either. No, you just have to make do. But it's better than nothing. And besides, it's always good to get a look at what you've had for ages, but you've easily overlooked. Welcome to the Flying Doctor channel. Roger, I saw that. I said no. Sorry about that, folks. He's just a bit keen. He doesn't just like civilian transport. We are looking at the base variant here of the H145, and I thought it might be helpful just to have a very quick overview of what is on offer from Hype Performance Group. One of the reasons is it may well surprise you to hear that you can actually fly missions on the base pack. If you go to Hype Performance Group's page, hypeperformancegroup.com, you'll find detail obviously on the base pack and on the action pack variants, but you can see here, so there are actually 3 variants you get in the base pack. If you're like me and got the action pack and jump straight in, it's easy to lose track of what was originally there and what are the additions, apart from the obvious ones, you know, like the hems. But there are 3 model variants included in the base pack: civilian, luxury and military. And yes, so there is the civilian here, just sat on the runway for us. Then you've got the luxury here, and we can take that out with us. So there's the luxury for you there, and it does look a little bit more luxurious on the inside. We have not got it switched on a bit. But yeah, there you go, all very luxurious. Oh, hello there, welcome. So there's the luxury variant, and then there's the military variant here. We'll pop along in that and have a quick peek around, because as far as I can see, it hasn't got any guns on it, and I thought the military variant did. Definitely looking military there, with some military personnel at the back. And hi to Roger, he's looking very smart. Do look good in a uniform, Roger. And as I work through the setup to find the payload page, I can see, yes, I have got some weapons at least indicated here. Notice the sideways seating, the change in the seating configuration here. But yeah, we've got some weapons and we can change that. I have no idea what I'm doing with weapons, but let's just click that and see what happens, because it should make a difference outside the sim. Yeah, there they are, definitely looking like big toys on the side of our helicopter there. And if I go to my tab on my HPG Airbus H145 centre, the operations centre, if I click on key bindings, I can see that to fire, I need to toggle fire to toggle your damper. So yeah, here you can see in the controls options, I've mapped toggle your damper to joystick button 1. That should allow me to fire rockets and guns. And as I make my way through the settings to crew and payload, that's just under the sight here, I can change the weapons that are appearing on the side. So we can change it to all rockets. There is a second fire, so it will allow you to fire. I think that's the gun there, but we'll just have a look at this in a second. There we are. So if I depress, there we are. Just fire a couple. Oh, look at that! Fire a couple of rockets off. There we are. And then we'll just have another switch over. If I switch across to the gun, come on, there you go. There we are. We'll have a look at that, see what happens here, see what's occurring. There we are. Let's just see what happens when we depress our trigger there. Oh, there we are. We get guns. So there we are. We've just done some damage to the runway, or probably some distant trees. So the military variant does already have some functionality there. It's not entirely clear how you'd use it, but it's something, isn't it? I learned something new this evening. There we are. But I think it's time we just stuck to getting into the civilian variant and stop firing stuff about. So here we are in the luxury variant, and I'll just show you exactly what I mean about being able to fly even a rudimentary mission. So if we just go straight into the tablet here, you might well have seen the great tablet tutorial. I've done obviously tablet tutorials before, so I'm not going to cover things in depth, but if you follow this you'll be able to get to where I am very quickly indeed. So just a quick introduction. If you want to just change anything in the aircraft, press the aircraft settings and it moves you onto these tabs. Crew and payload, for example, was where I was playing about in the military variant with the options for the weapons. You've got options for equipment here. That's all you need to know on that front. The other button that you want to press is maps and missions here. That'll bring you up with this screen. I've talked through what these settings actually mean, what these buttons here mean, but very quickly you've got your settings here that just allow for various changes to make your frame rate easier within the sim. So low performance or high, I'm going to shift that to high to update my map more. Whether you have smoke flares on your mission, I suggest you leave them on always, because it's much easier to find where you're landing. You've got something about fire quality here. Data query services around when you are looking to pick out a location, where those locations are derived from in terms of the database that the sim goes to, and the mission waiting time, normal, low or realistic. I'll put that onto low actually. So there's lots and lots of changes around the mission sort of sections. Okay, just the main button that you want to look is mission library. We're going to look at that later. There's the there's the layers that you can apply over the map. You can have a topographic or a satellite view as well. So for example, if I click that, it'll just reset and you can see just underneath there is the satellite view. Much more offer further down. Mission items, I would leave these ticked. Leave it on the default settings as start points definitely. And then also on the tablet map, you'll be able to pick out helipads as well. They will appear on the map. Not always easy to see, but this is a work in progress. Generally, I would say when it comes to the missions, this is not a kind of finished project. It almost feels like a community-based project where the basic template has been laid out by High Performance Group, but there are loads of people. Go and join Discord and see the amount of insight and help that you can get on there. Loads of people are helping develop these missions, so it's sort of an ongoing beta really. It feels like, for those of you into kind of Linux and know how the community works in open source, you know, it's that kind of sort of everyone working together to continually improve things, which can get a little bit frustrating because sometimes the community quickly moves in one direction where a problem's not sorted out in the other. But hey, this is a great thing to really be involved in, and there have been some major updates here. So I'll click on the X to get me out of maps and layers there, and the other one is map orientation, whether you face north or whether the map faces north and whatever the helicopter's doing, it may well go in the opposite direction, or whether you follow the direction of the helicopter and have to remember where north is. You zoom in and you zoom out there. But this is the most important one here, your mission library button. Click on that and you'll find available missions. Now I'm not going to focus on the multiplayer, and I'm not going to focus on connecting to your scenario editor for a moment. Just this short review looking across the helicopters is going to look at what missions are available when you just jump into the sim. And again, it's one thing that's expanded. Now you might say you've actually got a mission here, HPG Missions Transport. So if I click on that, you can find passenger. That's written wrong unfortunately, but hey, I'm not worried, I just want it to work. But if you click on passenger transport there, you'll find there's a little bit of a wait, and then we've got a mission briefing that's here. Transport civilian passengers between two nearby helipads. Start from the map by selecting a helipad POI, or from the library to get a random assignment. Now, I'm not quite sure what this means, and these kinds of texts are continually being adjusted to fit what is actually available, but I can tell you the good news is that if you don't abort the mission, you click off that screen, you'll see that I've already got a start location here, and if I zoom out, I'll be able to see where I'm going to, and it'll take me to a destination, so we'll follow that. And one thing I've not mentioned is that if you are looking at the map, you see these little blue crosses with an H in the middle. Yes, obvious, it's a helipad. And times when you're flying missions, you're able to just hone in on those. So you can actually see that that's photogrammetry underneath there as well. So yes, that's how you pick up a helipad should you wish to. But I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm just going to fly the mission that's set before me. And indeed, if I zoom into the purple line that I've been given as my route, I can see that there is in fact a helipad as a destination there, so it's automatically picked one up. Also, if I click on NavD or DMap here, I'm on NavD, but on DMap here, you can see that I get a view of where I should be going as well, and also the timing to the destination just up here. Okay, one other thing that I should mention, just as we're sort of 4 minutes out, that's a bit close for liking, is that you can see also that the I've actually coupled it here by pressing the coupling button, but you can see that that navigation course was set, and so you just click on that and you're into autopilot should you want that. So there we are, we're on nav, holding the altitude and the speed. I better get on, I've got to land the thing. Again, I'm hoping that you're able to see this. Just there we are, we've got a flare there just to indicate where we need to be as we're coming in. I'm really not confident that was possible in real life, but just have a look. Oh well, in fairness, yeah, it was a bit tight there, but that was where we were required to land. Let's just get back in here, see what instructions we have here. There we are. Place engines to idle when we're there, so let's just move these off and down. There we go. That's one, and I'll see what happens here. Okay, it might just say that we're finished. So we'll see. Wait for passenger loading. Oh no, we're going to get some passengers. Can't quite see them. Sorry about the quality here of the actual the sim itself. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in demonstrate. So now we've got select a destination helipad on the map. Oh, that's going to be fun. So let's just go and get something as close as we can find it. Well, it looks like a helipad to me. Let's just try it. Accept that destination and then fly to it. Okay. We're going to get any guidance? Yeah, we are. So we go. There we are. Let's get these back up. There we go. Let's see that power come back. Okay, I'm actually going to cheat and look at the external view and see what I've got here. Well, the trees aren't exactly convincing, but we should be able to go up and out straight away. Nice and quick though. Okay, let's just center map I'm looking at here. Again, it seems to have picked a clump of trees for me to pick somebody up in, which is not very nice. I am finding that this particular variant I'm struggling with a bit more, which is probably a good thing really, because I guess the variants all behave slightly differently. And yeah, I'm certainly finding this one's a little bit of a struggle. I'm not sure to what extent they have the same flight model. It could be me. Anyway, so we're just going to have a look here. Let's just give us some more power, but let's hover a bit and just see what's going on. There we are, let's go for that and lift up the nose. Okay, let's have a look, see what we're supposed to do here. Let's just see what's come up here. Engines to idle again. Now, I didn't get a chance to see what was happening with the passengers before. I will be far more interested to see what's going on. I'm just going to come right out into external view right now and just see what happens. Do we get passengers coming out? Oh, yeah, they do get out. Or do they? They disappear. Oh, well, that'll do me. Anyway, let's see what happens now. Congratulations, and submit your flight report to Hype Online below. There we go. So we submit our report. There we go. Well, I was thinking that I'll go through all of the options that are available for missions, but actually I ended up just looking purely at the simple mission that's available for the luxury variant, the military variant, and the civilian variant. So that's without any additional action pack. And there is a mission there, a very rudimentary mission there. It's pick up a passenger. But I really like this. I think, again, one of the things about the missions is it takes you to places that you wouldn't necessarily go before. It's unpredictable, it adds some variety, and allows you to focus on the flying. But I think this has been really interesting, and because I've been all focused before on the action pack variants. I've not really looked in detail at what's available just outside that. I was very keen to move on to the action pack straight away. So I hope you enjoy that. So that really is going to be part one. Part two, we're going to look in detail at the missions that are available through the HEMS and the offshore variant. Now, what I have looked at detail before is the hoisting, and there are more options available for hoisting operations, rescue operations within the action pack itself. One thing that I've not looked at in greater detail is cargo. I'll have a play about with that later and come back to you. But what we'll do is we'll work through each of the variants, and we'll see. You can see already there's a lot more information available on the missions section in the tablet, and we'll work through different missions as we go on. So anyway, I just hope that was helpful for you, and I just want to get one video out there. It's been a while since I posted. Take care, stay safe, folks.